Welcome back, guys, to whoever, you know, this is the group. Merry Christmas, guys, whoever, if you celebrate Christmas, and we're almost New Year's, and we got an opportunity to work on the car a little bit, and we're going to show you what we did. Tito, do we have a measuring tape somewhere? Where's our measuring tape? Any rate, show you the gaps here. Okay. No metro, huh? Okay. Can we measure this gap, please, Tito? Yeah. So see if you can get it from the top of the wheel, the top of the tire. Well, I say about right there. So we're about 3.5 inch on the front. Let's look at the back. Okay, I say about right there. So we're about 4.25 on the back. Okay. So, and this is with the natural suspension. The suspension has not been modified, lower cut, airbags or anything. So I'm guessing if we drop this 2 inches and maybe 2 inches in the back and just have that small rake, will be money. Now let me show you why this is important. This is kind of like a point. I don't want to call it a starting point, but a reference. Tito, what's the height from here? I think the last time after with the lower suspension we're at 25. So if we're anywhere near that, oh shit, look at that, 25 on the dot. So we'll end up about 23.5, I believe. After we lower it, 23.5. Okay, that works. I don't remember the original one, but we have that measurement somewhere. Again, same? 24? Is it lower there? Yeah, it's funny, it looks higher. It's 24 here? Show me, please. $25, right here. Oh, you're measuring from, I was measuring from the top. It's 25, okay. Let's measure again on the other side. So we got 24.25 from the bottom, 25 from the top. Let's measure again from the other side. Again, these are just reference points to, yeah, so 24 from the bottom, 25 from the top, okay. And then let's measure from here, Tito. From top of this lip right here. No, from the ground to the there. So we have about roughly 15 and 5/8. And let's do the back. I'll show you why these numbers, these reference points will be helpful. What do we got? 21 and 3/8 to the bottom, or 22 and 1/8 on top, depending where you want to measure. So we have both. Okay. So let me put this back. All right, Tito, we want to take the hood off now. So let's show you what you guys what we are doing here. Do we have one of the arms that we're going to use for the frame? For the, or bring both of them. Yeah, bring both of them. And then I want to bring the shell, the original. we have the hood support, the front piece. So, as you're putting 2 and 2 together, we are going to build our own frame. I don't think we're going to even use that one. We're just going to do the frame the whole way around from rectangular bar. This is 1/2 by 1, and this is not cut yet. So imagine just building a frame for the hood and then just laminating the hood skin to the frame. And this will help us with having the hinges back here. So, show them how bulky that is. So if you want to use this, you can. It's just now you have to clear about 1.5 inches of space versus this is going to be, I don't know, it might be close, but in a hinge, setting up the hinges in the back, I think this is going to be the way to go. And we still want to try to use the existing hood latch mechanism quadrant, plus this the 6x6 of it, to the existing point. All right, so let's measure some, shoot some measurements here. So to kind of give you an idea, what do we have here? And this is just again, reference points. It's a 2x right there, so 2x4 on its face, 1.5 inches. You don't have to measure that. But for those of you guys, 2x4 is not actually 2x4. It's actually 1.5 by 3.5. So we got 2 of them here to raise up this part of the car by 1.5 inches to give us clearance for our hinges. And then on the front here, we're using these spacers. There are 5/8, this piece of wood, 5/8, almost 3/4, to give us that clearance. Yeah, measure this, Tito. Let's see, it's here, hold this, please, Tito. So here we go, guys. So we're using a piece of wood. Actually, this is a 3/4. Okay, that's fine. So let's call that 3/4. Okay. And by the way, pro tip when you're using a measuring tip, this is the dumb end of the tape. So if somebody asks you for the dumb end of the tape, this is the dumb end of the tape. This is for my architect friend. He always handed me the dumb end of the tape, by the way. Okay, so we got 3/4 of an inch here. 1.5 inches, and then let's go to the back. Come on here, come on over here, Tito. And we have these 2, show them those cabinet lifters. Those we're using those 2 cabinet lifters as our pivot points, and these are measuring. Can you see that, Tito? 11 inches. 11 inches to the floor. 11 inches, give or take 1/8 of an inch. So this is gonna be our starting points, okay? Very, very easy measurements. 11 inches from the bottom lip, 25 inches from the top of the threshold, 3.5 to 4 inches gap on the wheels, 3/4 inch spacers in the front, 1.5 in the back. I have a feeling we might come up another 1/4 there or come down 1/4 here, not sure yet. And then, so these are just some reference points for you to start with the suspension in the natural state of stock. Okay, if we can hit those parameters right off the bat, you know you're gonna be close for this style of build. if you're doing a front end hinge pivot, you're on your own on that. I don't want to rip all this out, at least not yet. If this doesn't work out, then we'll go to that. We'll remove all this and move everything back. Till then, we're gonna continue. Now, originally I wanted to move the fuel tank. See? So the fuel tank's right here, obviously, and I would like to stick a 10-gallon fuel tank in here somehow. And did some research. I was under the impression that this the SLKs had a pump on the inside. Turned out this is just a fuel sending unit. That's all that is there, and it gravity feeds from the right side to a high pressure pump right here that sends it to the fuel rail. So now that we have that information, I think we'll be high enough if we stick a 10-gallon fuel tank here, gravity feed to the pump, to the rail. So we might do that, and then the battery will have to live outside somewhere, maybe in this cavity here where the muffler is, because the muffler could be moved here, turn it 90 degrees and have it just come out the side. So a little excited about that. And now our next point now, we're gonna start building this, the frame for the hood, and see where we land. And then if we need to adjust it up or down, Tito, bring it over here, please. Another thing we could do is, if we don't want to go up with the shell any higher, we'll cut this, Tito, here, and recess the hinge a little bit as needed to clear this part right here. Okay, because it's gonna end up being more or less like this with the back of the shell. And then you have the seal here, which gives us another 1/4 inch. So we are going to end up like that. And then you have, actually flush with the lip right there. And you'll have the seal here and the shell material. Yeah, I think we just figured it out. So we'll just do it flush with this.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll heat this up and reshape it a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So guys, stay tuned. Some little bit of progress. I don't know what else to say. Just, you gotta keep at it. It's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of fucking work, okay? And then, just a quick note. If you do cut the power steering fluid, this is where the power steering pump and reservoir is. Take this out from the back. Don't break it like we did, like I did, not you, Tito. Here's your power steering pump reservoir, okay? And then if you're trying to move the lines a little bit, it's a lot easier with the snorkel off. We'll put this back. Okay, guys. Just, you're gonna continue chipping away. Till next time.